Kenji wanted me just to explain a bit about the IO-Link. I was talking to Kenji about the IO-Link module, the way that we've got it set up here. They're using the valve, but any other brand would work. Beckhoff makes similar products. A lot of companies make the IO-Link process. There's an adapter on the valve bank that processes the 25 pin or converts the 25 pin input outputs to the IO-Link master. What SMC and Festa are doing now is they're supplying the actual valve block with an M8 connector, and the IO-Link interface is built into the block. So that's what Koganei is working on, and they've told us that that's their, maybe by next year they might have a system where they would be doing the same thing. The advantage, of course, is that as soon as you have an IO-Link product, an IO-Link compatible product, when you hook it into an IO-Link master, it understands what it is. So for example, there's a pressure sensor they have mounted there. If that pressure sensor is hooked into the IO-Link master, and there are any parameters that are set up through IO-Link into the pressure transducer, as an example, if a maintenance person has to change the pressure transducer out when they put a new one on, the IO-Link module will automatically download the parameters into the pressure transducer. The mechanic or maintenance guy doesn't have to do any setup. It'll do it automatically. 100 milliseconds, it downloads the information and it runs. The advantage of that system is that any product you buy that's IO-Link compatible will hook into the IO-Link master. As soon as you plug it in, it is truly plug and play. Now, I have plug and play stuff at home. It's anything but, right? Plug in your printer and what happens? You still have to do manual setup. But this system is truly plug and play, and then the diagnostics are through the IO-Link master. So once you link into that, once you connect to the IO-Link master through all you do is take your computer, type in your 192 dot whatever code on the web. It'll find that link, that master, and it'll give you full diagnostic as to what's happening with that master. So when they talk about the Internet of Things, that's one of the ways to get into it. But the whole system of the IO-Link, because IO-Link is an industrial standard, once it works with every product. And that's a real advantage to it. IO-Link is not a protocol. Okay? Like Ethernet IP and EtherCAT are protocols. IO-Link is not a protocol. It's just a way of connecting to the other components. So you can take an IO-Link master, and you see the green wire coming out of the top? Well, you can have one that it has a protocol that matches your other protocol. So you can get an IO-Link master which has an EtherCAT protocol cable ready. So once you put that on your machine, you connect everything after through IO-Link, standard cables, nothing special, and then the IO-Link master converts that to the protocol of your PLC. So if you have a client building a machine, and he sells it to several customers who want Allen Bradley, who want EtherCAT, who want Siemens, all you have to do is your client just changes the master. Everything after that's the same. So what they'll do is their whole bill of materials will be identical, but master for Allen Bradley will change. Master for EtherCAT will change. They just change the master, everything plugs the same, all the components on the machine are the same, inputs and outputs, it doesn't matter. And it just makes it very simple for them to build a machine, simple for a plant that's trying to improve productivity because they can diagnose it. Because one of the big problems with some of the older protocols is they can't diagnose it properly. With the IO-Link, it's fully diagnosable. The other advantage to the product is the fact that it is, if you look on IO-Link, you'll see hundreds of companies are now doing IO-Link products. So if Koganei does what they're saying they're going to do, it's going to make it easier to sell it. Instead of selling EtherCAT, Ethernet IP, you'll be able to keep more IO-Link units and tell your clients we have IO-Link, and a lot of them know right away what you mean, and they know that it's very simple, it reduces setup time and saves cost in the end. And it's not expensive to do it. Koganei's probably going to do it for almost nothing. That's what Kenji said. And they're going to give us free samples. Sorry? Free samples later.